horizontal today. Okay. It's good enough. How's everyone going? How's everyone doing? It's Friday. What a interesting week did we have? What an interesting week. We got some orders. Gotta get these done. What an interesting week. What happened this week that we thought that was super interesting? Let's see. Oh, let's see. I saw RFK on the news talking about autism, and he's gonna find the answer by September. September, guys, is the day. So set your calendars to September because we're gonna find out. RFK said he's gonna do the investigation. Oh my god. And yep. September is there it is. Sorry, dropped my tools. All right. How crazy is it that if he does the research and it comes out to be like something completely random, or at least something that you're not even thinking about, um, in cause the cause of autism, because they're saying it's on the rise. One side saying autism has been on the rise. Another side saying that in the olden times, a lot of people had autism. They just didn't get diagnosed. So I don't know. What do you guys think? Because I can see both arguments here. That one side saying there's something going on. You're seeing more autistic people. Have you been seeing more autistic people? I'm trying to think. It feels about the same, to be honest. I feel like it's about the same. I just remember in school, and there was a few kids, maybe like one or two a class. Like, yeah, one or two. And now, I feel like I hear about more autistic people. So I guess it could be on the rise. Or it just could be what the other people were saying that back in like the 90s, early 2000s, people just didn't test for autism that much. So it could be either or. I could totally see both cases on this. So, but I don't know. RFK said September. I mean, if you guys watch that presser, Trump was like September. Oh, okay. Like he wasn't even expecting uh, that like definite of a timeline. Imagine if they do the research and it's something completely random. Like it's the fluoride that's in the water. Oh my gosh! Speaking of fluoride, I remember when I was in college. I had a business law teacher, right? And her job is to teach us about business law. But I remember near the end of the school year, this is in college, she brought in a special speaker guest, right? And this guy, remember, this is a business law class, okay? This guy is I'm trying to describe, because I remember leaving that classroom and looking at all the other students in this business law class, thinking to ourselves, what do we just witness here? Well, anyways, she brought this guy, and he runs a commune, and he sells lightning water. Lightning water, okay? Have you guys heard about lightning water? Because I've never heard of lightning water until that moment where she brought this guy in. Lightning water is basically water that has been charged by a lightning stone. Okay, lightning stones are stones that got hit by lightning. So she brings in this guest speaker, and he sells lightning water. And he used to be a junkie, and he was talking about fluoride in the water, all this stuff. And he used to be a heroin, like he used to be on some hard stuff,
and he just turned his life around. He is a full-on hippie now, and he sells lightning water. And the other thing I remember about this was he did this demonstration in the class showing how after you removed all the toxins from your body, like the fluoride and stuff, your body is just more like limber and stuff, right? And he did this demonstration where he laid on the ground. Keep in mind, this is in college, business law, not the low level business law, by the way. This is uh, upper division business law classes. He laid on the ground and he asked for volunteers to step on him. Like he had his arms out like this, right? And he was like, I want as many people as you want, come over and step on me. And he was trying to show that because he removed all the toxins from his body, that his muscles are loosey goosey, right? They're like, whew, right? And you could just step on him and it doesn't hurt. So, and then at the end, he was trying to get us to join a commune where he's like, if you guys don't want to do the whole corporate thing, keep in mind, this is business law, upper division business law. So these are kids that are about to graduate, and this is one of the last classes you need to take. It's a mandatory class. Everyone has to take it. And he was like, if you guys don't want to do the whole corporate thing, you could join me. I have a community where we grow things and we just live off the land together. And I was like, oh my god, what's going on here? He's trying to get us to join a cult, basically. I mean, I think about this teacher sometimes, this professor, because she brought this guy in and he was like trying to get us to join a cult. I wonder, as the class ended, did she join this cult? Like, that's what I wonder. Oh, I gotta look that up later.
Because
Why did she bring this person in to talk to us? That was pretty random. I don't know. So how do we get here? Oh, we're talking about RFK and he's gonna go find the cause of autism. I don't know. Do you feel like it's on the rise? You know what's also very interesting?
so where I am in California,
I remember meeting a psychiatrist person. Her specialty is autism, and what she told me I found was fascinating is that the wealthier you are, the higher chances of autism. Like she made some kind of correlation to that, and I thought that was very interesting. Now this is her specialty. That she was basically a psychiatrist for autistic kids, and her observation was that in more affluent areas there's more autism. So I thought that was very interesting. I don't know if it's true or not. I didn't really like fact check her on anything, but that was just her observation, and I thought that was interesting. Okay, what am I doing? You're wondering. What am I doing? There's some orders in. They say bring back jobs to America. Well,
I'm manufacturing in America.
made in America, guys. Oh, I guess if we're gonna talk about that, I saw that we're having a very big problem with medical supplies right now because that's all made in China, and the hospitals and whatnot are afraid that they're going to run out of medical supplies that are needed down the road, and that is a little concerning. Like, here's the issue, right? none of that stuff was planned ahead of time. All right, so this set is done. Couples apron set. First one is chillin', chillin'. Next one is grillin', grillin'. All right, boom. See, manufactured in America, guys. Yeah. So like, they're talking about medical supplies are gonna be they're gonna run out because those things come from China, and they don't want to import those anymore. And so that's a big problem. Like I was saying that this was all so rushed. Usually you would like start building those factories and getting that stuff inside first, and then start this whole process. That's in a way that's what China did. They've been working on this for a very long time, so they're not really like caught off guard at all. So we'll see how that goes. I guess right now is a very good time if we just pool all of our funds together. Maybe that's an idea. You know how like what I was thinking about right now? I was thinking about how on the internet, right? Uh, these influencers and whatnot, they pull together. Let's say like let's take Mr. Beast for example, right? They pull together like Mr. Beast and Logan Paul. They pull together and they launch that Lunchable program or company or whatever, right? Or just Logan Paul. He launches Prime, right? But also, I feel like why isn't there an influencer that pulls together? Let's say Mr. Beast, right? He could literally, if he really, really wanted to, go into like industries and really, really disrupt them. Like beast masses, like like start making stuff that's more useful, I guess. Like, I get it, nice. The lunchable thing, that's the easy thing for him to do. But it's just about the same amount of regulations, I feel like, or maybe less, for him to make gloves, latex gloves, or face masks or whatever, or just basic, I guess, medical stuff that they use all the time. you know. So that's just a thought because, as I mentioned before, I don't know if I told you this story, but during the pandemic, I have a buddy who knows nothing about um, PEE, like like the protection equipment, the medical protection equipment that that's out there, and he spent the whole pandemic in his house trying to negotiate deals to make gloves. That's what he did for during the pandemic, and he was trying to he had the factory down. He had the capital. He was just having an issue getting it in from Mexico. That was his hold up, and I believe the deal fell apart around there. It fell apart in Mexico, but he had everything else together. But I'm just saying, like they, I feel like if a real influencer really wanted to, they could solve a lot of these problems. Because the thing about influencers is that they get the mass support, and they have the funds to do it. What else is going on? But yeah, I I just thought that's a very scary issue down the road as we're running out of supplies. From talking to my friends, it sounds like they have supplies. We're not gonna really feel the effects of the tariffs, like in terms of shortages, in, for another like 2 3 months. Let's see. Last weekend, I talked to a clothing importer,
and he says he he has shipping containers coming in every week, but these last few containers, because keep in mind, all these things are paid for months in advance, way before any of these tariffs. Like these stuff were planned, right? So he has a few containers that are coming in because he already paid for them, but he's not re-upping because his buyers are not re-upping. So, number one rule, one of the big rules in business is do not make anything unless you have a buyer. Do not work on projects unless you have a customer, basically. And so right now he doesn't have a customer, so he's not making anything new. And keep in mind, like I said, some of these things take months to plan for. So whatever he has coming in right now, that's going to be it for now. And he is basically projecting a bad summer because he has enough sales and stuff to last for summer. Okay, and then yesterday, I talked to another buddy of mine. Hello, good morning, Bo. Hello, good morning. You know what? I cannot see the chat when it's on this. Oh, there we go. There we go. All right. All right. So, I talked to a buddy of mine yesterday, and I was literally just sitting there, and they came over and had like the droopy, sad face, right? And I was like, "Oh, what's up with you guys?" And they were saying that their factory shut down. They're a factory owner in China. They make plastic utensils. Think about the plastic spoons and stuff that you see in like Dollar Tree. Like they don't make like the they what they specialize in is like the plastic utensils that are just a little bit lower grade. Um, so there's the big plastic brand Solo, right? That's like high grade plastic. Like I learned like when I meet these kind of people, I like to learn about their industry. That's what I find very fascinating, right? So he was telling me that there's high grade plastic utensils, right? Those are hard plastic, and then there's a step down that's like in between, right? And then there's the lowest step, which is like those like bendy, like terrible plastic spoons, right? You know what I'm talking about? The really really thin plastic utensils. Well, they make the stuff that's in between the second level and the lowest level. So like just a step, just good enough for you to use basically. And they sell to like their biggest customer is like Dollar Tree, 99-cent store, like that level of plastic utensils basically. And they're saying that orders or dunzos like and they're very big operation over there. And he was saying yesterday that the factory shut down, like they're closing down because they don't have any orders, or they're halting operations because they don't have any orders or not enough orders to keep operations going. And so they are very stressed out right now on what to do because that's their whole like they have multiple employees, and yeah, they're screwed in a way. And then I was telling them they should have enough supplies coming in for the next few months, like the other guy, but past the summer they are screwed. So I was telling them that hopefully things can get worked out in the next few months, you know, but I personally deep down do not think that this is a few month problem. So yeah, I predict in the summer we're really gonna feel
the crunch, the crunchy runchies of this trade war. So we'll see how this goes. I know a lot of countries are starting to come in, and they're having talks. I saw Italy came, Japan came, you know. Talks. So we'll see where all those lead. All right, what's next? What are we making next? Oh, let's do this that way. What are we making next? Boom, boom, boom. Let's make this. All right. We are screwed. And they asked me how I doing. I said, I, unlike them, make everything in my garage, so I'm alright. And they're like, oh, I envy you. I'm like, yeah, I keep it, in a way, I keep it small for this scenario. You know, I don't have employees I need to worry about. I don't have that much overhead that I need to worry about. So, I am fine. Fine for now. Yeah, curious to see where the RFK situation goes. Curious to see what his findings are on this autism thing. I do feel like I've been seeing a rise. I don't know. I'm trying to think. Like, do you feel like there's a rise in autism? Because there are some adults that I know right now. Okay, there are some adults that I know right now. I know they're autistic, but they just never got diagnosed. So, where are those people in the stats? You know, do you know any of those kind of people? I know some of those people. They're like in their like late 60s, 80s, 50s, whatever, right? And they are on the scale, undiagnosed on the scale. And so I wonder if these people got diagnosed back in the day, would that have changed the numbers at all? Next one's done. Boom, boom, boom. This one is. Make sure you line it up. Right, this one's done. All hail the Queen. All hail the Queen, guys. Done. Match up the orders. Make sure they go to the right people. All right. Boom. Done. Next one. What else is going on in the world? There was that shooting that happened yesterday in the afternoon. I covered it a little bit, but I guess today we've got some updates. I thought it was very interesting. So apparently this kid goes to the school. Sorry. He goes to the school. If you guys don't know, in Florida, FSU, there was a shooting yesterday. And I believe 2 people were, and then 6 people were injured. But I think the fascinating thing, there's 2 things that I found very interesting about this, is that one, they got him alive, which does not happen very often, because usually in these scenarios, they don't make it. So you never get the chance to, question them. The other thing I found fascinating was this person, he grew up in law enforcement. His stepmother was a police officer or something of that nature, worked in the police department. So that was very interesting. He used her gun. I wonder how she feels about this. That must be like crazy for her to like flip on the news and see that her son's on the news for doing that and using her weapon. The other thing that's very interesting is that all the police officers know him because he grew up in basically in police training mode, and so he's like done a lot of programs with the police department. So that's I don't know, that's crazy. Right, last order. Express yourself. Ugh. And I like you a latte. These go together. Boom. And that's it for today. See you later.